So you're trying to get your first deal, but you're struggling. Well, you're in the right spot. We're gonna talk about how you can get your first deal, wholesaling real estate, guaranteed. And I got the guy with me, the closer of closers, the cleaner of the cleanest. You see the cut fresher than the freshest. You know, uh, Mister 615 himself, Cordell.
What's going on, man? What you got going on?
Man, you already know what's going on, man. Over here with the family, just doing family stuff, man. Next week, getting ready to get back into the regular groove, back to school stuff, and then we'll be back to business as usual. But until then, you already know what's going on.
So you telling me you like on vacation right now, basically?
Basically, vacation all of July this month.
Byron's on vacation. He done locked up 18 deals on vacation.
Man, stop. Cordero done locked up 20 deals out of his mug. But, but nah, man.
We got
You know
another one
what's going
locked.
on.
Yeah, man. But we got another one locked up today, dude. Tell us, what happened with that, dude?
Nah, dude, you tell him what happened with that. You was there. I mean, you was on the phone, put him on the contract, and that's the thing, man. It's crazy that we've been like, dude. Every time we get somebody on the phone to go over that contract, the chances of getting them on the contract is sky high. It's like, it's
Yeah,
crazy, dude. It's like,
nah,
and it's like, man, it's sky high. It's crazy when you get on the phone and you read the contract, you go through it, you handle all the objections, dude. It's way higher than just sending it out and looking at did they read it? Did they view it?
yeah,
Did
yeah. Yeah, I remember those days when we just kind of be like, "Uh oh, fingers crossed." Hey, did that contract? That was cool. But how I do it now, how we did, I can't remember, but at some point we made the decision that it was going to be 100%. If we send out a contract, I'm on the phone with you. I even tell the prospective clients it's company policy. So that way they can be like, well, let me go read it. Let me go do this and that. Yada, yada. If they say something like, I want to have my attorney review it, 100%. I encourage you to have your attorney go look at it or whoever. You know it's going to cost you $2,500 for that,
yeah,
unless the attorney is your spouse. Because even there have been times where their attorney was like their brother or cousin or something, and it costs you money. Ain't gonna be doing it for free. But you can go have your attorney or whoever you like look at it. As a matter of fact, let's get them all. You want to have them look at it? Let's get them all on the phone before we even go. Let's say when are they available? It's just a simple one-page agreement, and it's not complicated. And so it's just a simple one-page agreement. It's a be quick. We'll go over it, and it is because the way we go over it, line by line. Every time I go over something, I explain everything because I wouldn't want nobody having me sign a contract and not telling me what it is. You know what I mean? Like, just not. I've had that happen before, like when I was younger, and it made me feel very uncomfortable. And I think that adds to the buyer's remorse or just to the seller's
yeah,
remorse. After they do it, they're like, what did I just do? When I go over everything, I'm going over it and I'm explaining it, over explaining it in great detail. So that way they know
yeah,
what's going on. And I'm setting the expectation of what's going to happen. And by explaining the contract, it allows me to set the expectation of the rest of the process. So I say in a contract, we got things like, you're required to make the property available to us while I'm doing that. So I can say, so when this happens, after we sign this contract, we're going to want to go take a look at it. And so our investors may look at it, so on and so forth. Or the contract says something like closing on or before a certain date. I let them know. So we're going to be closing on this date. If everything falls in line, we can close sooner. We're going to use this title company. We're going to be doing so. The contract basically details from here to the closing table till you get your money. What's going to happen? It's a beautiful thing. It's actually very beneficial to do this for the seller. They would ask all of these questions anyway. So get Don't just send the contracts out. Tell them it's company policy. You going over it with them on the phone right there.
Yeah, no doubt, man. Like I said, that's completely changed the game as far as getting people under contract. My people on IG tapping in though. Where can I find motivated sellers more commonly? If that's a word, I don't know. I'm not the English guy. You have to ask, Mr. Cordero about all that stuff. Um,
What word?
Probate government list.
What word are you talking about?
So no, on IG we have a comment. Where can I find motivated sellers more commonly?
I don't
Probates, government, or government list.
I would have used the word
Where can
common. Where can you find motivated sellers more common? Um, I think that's the name of the question. I mean, that's the question. Like that's the name of this game, is how to find motivated sellers. Now, obviously, I think I my a good friend of mine, and he's also my barber. Shout out to my barber dog. But he's into fishing, and he's big on fishing. And we, as he progresses in his fishing career, I also tell him how I'm progressing my career, and we compare these things. And one of the most important things in business and in sales, in marketing, in business, bait the hook to shoot the fish. So ultimately,
yeah.
you got to think like the fish to catch the fish. So where's the good place to find motivated sellers? Basically, you're looking for people with a problem. So you can do the, obviously simple ways, target lists that these platforms have said we're going to narrow down and focus on these things. But like, where would somebody who is going through a divorce, where would a lot of people going through a divorce go to? Probably a divorce attorney. So maybe reach out to that. Maybe where would retirees who want to sell their house or want to sell their rental property be at? Maybe at a retirement home. You know what I'm saying? Ultimately, that's why we say contacts equal contracts, because you never know where your next deal is going to come from. You could find that next motivated seller just by, we talk about this all the time, by reaching out to your mom and saying, "Hey, mom, when you go to work, let the girls know that you work with, or the people you know you work with, at my house," and then that can bring you a deal. But to find them in a concentrated area, you got to think like people with a problem. So I would say the best thing is let them come to you. PPL. Take it away, Byron. Like,
Man, I would say to find motivated sellers, man, you need to reach out to more people who need to sell. So you talk about probates. A lot of those people need to sell. You talk about inherited list. Talk about divorce. You talk about pre-foreclosures. All those people need to sell. When you're getting people that's reaching out to you, a lot of those people need to sell. So you just got to find a way to get in the path of people you think, man, somebody reaching. If I can find a way to put my face or put my contact information somewhere and ask somebody if they need to sell their house, doesn't matter if it's on a billboard, doesn't matter if it's on a bandit sign, doesn't matter if it's on the internet website, doesn't matter where you getting it from. If it's an inbound lead where somebody's reaching out saying, "Hey, I need this and I'm going to reach out to you," those people more likely need to sell. People on those lists I just talked about, those people need to sell. The more of those people you can have conversations with, the more likely you're going to find motivated sellers. But I tell you this right here, dude, you can sit here and talk to those people all you like, because I've done it. I've done it. I talked to my first deal and didn't know that it was my first deal. It was sitting right there for more than 1 week.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It was just sitting there. But I did not know it was a deal. I didn't know it was a motivated seller. I didn't know it was a deal. Why did I not know that, Cordero?
Because you didn't have the
Why did I
right
not know?
connections. You don't know what you don't know. And so it's best to get with an experienced person to help clarify what you're looking for. You didn't know what you was looking for, man.
Yeah, dude. Most of the times, a lot of y'all are running right past the same people that me and Cordero are running past. You know what I'm saying? It's like
Yeah,
you running past the same people that Caretha running past, same people that Keithon running past, but they are getting the deal done because when Cordero get on the phone with this person, he pulling out, boy, boy, he just pulling out all kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? He pulling out all kind of stuff, while the regular joker who might be looking for a deal, they don't know how to do it. You know what I'm saying?
dude. And
And
I'm
it's
telling you,
because you haven't done it. You don't have that experience. You know, you don't do this. And it wasn't until I actually got with somebody who did this. You know what I'm saying? Who had done deals, and I only recognize this looking back. Right? I only recognize this looking back, thinking, man, I only recognized that was a deal when I got with somebody else who was able to
yeah,
look at it and be like, that's a deal. You know
exactly.
what I'm saying?
You don't know what you don't know. You don't know what you don't know. And I remember this, and it's like I remember this not even just in real estate, but just all facets. When I used to work at Verizon Wireless and T-Mobile, a seller could come in. It would be I worked. I just coincidentally always worked at the store location that had one of the top sellers in the company. I always worked for franchise locations and not corporate locations. So the top seller could be the top guy out of like 300 employees, and I always worked at the same store. The same customers would come in and they would be like, dude, what are you doing? I'm like, they asked for a cell phone. It's like the customer come in and say, hey, I want to upgrade my cell phone. Or the customer might even come in and say, hey, I want to, I want to pay my bill. I hear that and say, let me help you pay your bill. The top guy, he hear, okay, you want to pay your bill? Let's open up your account. Um, I see you got it. It's time for an upgrade. He would leave. They would leave. They come in there and pay their bill. If they talk to him, they leaving out with an upgraded phone, a new tablet. They change their bill around to the updated service plan or whatever. And I didn't see that, but I really didn't see that because I didn't know how to do all of that in the computer system. If I'm being honest, I had no clue how to do that. I had no idea like how to look at their account and notice all of that, let alone to actually then go do it. I was the newer guy. I was confused. So it got into a habit of where when the opportunity would present itself, I would subconsciously turn the opportunity down. And I would kind of talk my way out of it or just try to do just enough because I'm afraid if I mess something up in the system, it'll become a problem, yada, yada, yada. I don't know if any of you guys are like that. You don't know what to do. If a seller actually does say yes, now you got to figure out the contract. And if you actually do get them under contract, now you got to go figure out, find the buyer or connect with the buyer that you already got. And then if that buyer say, yeah, now you got to get under assignment. And it's like, it creates a new thing that I got to do this, I got to do that. And that chain of always having to do something all the way to the closing table could stop you or prevent you from saying, well, let me just reach out to this seller in the first place. Fear. And you don't know what you don't know. So connecting with the right person. Every time in my career when I connected with the right person who could teach me, you get that confidence to go full speed ahead because you're like, if there is something I don't know, this person gonna fill in the gap for me. You know what I'm saying? So not just in real estate, I'm sure this happened all across the board. There's a guy at a car dealership right now, afraid to offer somebody that extended warranty program on the car that they want, or the upgrade on the vehicle that they've been leasing because he don't really know what to do. Don't let what you don't know
Yeah,
hold you back. Get with some people who do know, like Byron Scott.
yeah, for sure, for sure. So, man, I got Rich, man, tapping in on YouTube. Said, I don't know how you guys had the energy. Dude, this is what we do, man. This is what we do. It's a commitment. You make a commitment, you stick to it. So
Yeah.
Cordero said, Cordero thinks we don't see the lineup. He tilting his head to flex.
Hey, Jay told me he was going to sleep. He lied. Caught you, Jay. We caught you. The lineup brought you out. The lineup brought you out.
Hey,
You supposed to be
hey,
sleeping, but the lineup made you pop out.
hey, Tony Black says, how does he get that first deal guaranteed, man? I'm posting this, and me and Cordero have been talking about this. It's like, dude, we work with a couple of people, and I know just working with people over time, and then working with the few people that we worked with recently, with what we've been doing lately with our PPL stuff. It's like, dude, we're coming with it, and we're gonna let 5 people work with us, and we're gonna get them their first deal. And we see this more as a challenge, to us and what we do, you know, and we want to bring somebody their first deal because we know what that do for you. You know what I'm saying? Uh, you know, we got guys like Jay getting his first deal, and then boom, he got another deal. Next thing you know, he got all this extra money that he can go and invest some money back into his business and start growing him a wholesale business. You know what I'm saying? Like a legit business that can make him over 6 figures a year, right? I think Jay, if you can make, if you can get your first deal, that really opens a bunch of stuff up, right? You're literally one deal away. You're literally one deal away from busting open a whole business, a real estate business that can easily make 6 a year, can easily fund your life, create more freedom for you, get you your time back, get you out of your 9 to 5. That's why I be telling people, like, dude, if you like your job, you don't need to try to get a deal, because you mess around and get a deal, you gonna be out of that 9 to 5. So Tony Black says, "Yo, B, did you write a book yet for homies?" Dude, I'm still on it, man. I'm still writing. I'm still at it. The fam got me on vacation like all of July, so maybe in August I'm back in the office.
Hold on,
I'm
you
still
write the
working
book?
on it. Yeah, the ebook I was telling you about.
Okay, okay. And I did not know
Yeah,
you dropped the. You told the people about. Listen, I didn't know you told the people about the 1,000 $1,000 program. I'm saying, listen, this is something. This is like 80% off. We did the math. We did the math, and who else out there can give you a guarantee? Now we got testimonials. We got people that we're gonna bring on. We're gonna set it up, and we're gonna have a couple guys on. But I'm just saying, like, who can guarantee you this like this? Who you know?
and
So
there's some people that probably can, but they ain't finna work with you. You know what I'm saying?
so then they can't. As far as somebody concerned, because you and I have both been in that. Well, I would imagine a lot of people have been in that position, but we've been in that position where it was just we needed the right opportunity, the right person, and that's what a lot of these guys, like Jade, like Richard, and a lot of the guys that we work with and will continue to work with. It's about people that's got it and need the opportunity, not somebody who's willing to charge us and take our money and hand us a course and be hands off. We need something for real.
Yeah,
We need something that's
yeah,
really
for
going to
sure,
make
for
a
sure.
difference. That's what makes it guaranteed. Not somebody if Grant Cardone could change your life. It's
Yeah,
financially.
exactly.
He could change your life financially, but he's not going to stop and take the time to do it. That's not what he's doing right now. So
Yeah,
therefore, I mean, to get you to your first deal, this is something that's guaranteed. So you got to consider that. Um, and
no doubt, man.
to be honest, here's the kicker. Everything that we're gonna do, everything that we're gonna show you, everything that we implement, we already talk about it right here. You already get it for free. Like you got the option for free to go watch all these YouTube videos and do it yourself. Absolutely, we give you everything that we do already. Just as an FYI, there's nothing different. We're not like talking about PPL and
Yeah.
uh, Zolo and need to sell my house fast, and then we bring Jade into the picture and say, Jade, shh, do this over property.
Dude,
No,
we
it's
got
not.
no secrets, dude. Ain't no secrets.
It's like you got it right here. You can go back, please, by all means. However, if you want the opportunity guaranteed that we can work with you hands on, reach out to us. Come to Death Row. But Jay said, Mama told me, wash them dishes. I gotta have something to say. Hey, lay down, if you're comfortable, you think that's the end of it, and then dishes come back. Oh, I forgot about the dish.
Hey, man, he better go and watch some dishes, man. He don't want mama to wake him up in the middle of the night. You know, wake him up in the middle of the night, make him get in there and wash some dishes.
Because that will happen, bro. That will happen.
That
Oh, that's
will happen, dude.
absolutely, man. Wash them dishes, hit them dishes, man. But um,
So Mark Maron said, "My guy, what's up, man, dude? Hometown dude, what's up, man? Bug." But Rich, I got Rich says, Jay, I know how that goes for sure. We all know how that goes.
yeah.
So not for everybody to say congrats, Jay. Yeah, Jay, man, he doing his thing, man. You already know. Jay says, thank you, G.
Hey Jade, what day? What day
wishes
we gonna have
to
Jade?
you as well.
What day are we gonna have Jade on the live, man?
Dude, whenever he available, man. Jay a busy guy. You already know, man. He got to get his sleep. He got to wash the dishes, take out the trash. You know,
Hold
make
on.
sure his room clean. You know, you
And Jay got
know.
like no jobs, and then he get off work and then say, "Hey, I got a
He
new
be,
seller. Let's call
yeah.
this seller real quick." I'm like, "Dang, Jay." He said,
Let's
I
call
need."
this seller like 150 times.
Oh, dude, that's yeah. Jay, I think Jay might be available tomorrow. However, we got Todd Friday, so I mean, let us
That's
know
that Friday tomorrow.
what day next week, Jay. You'll be available and we'll hit it, man. She has done that. I know we know, Jay, because we've gotten it. It didn't happen to me, to Byron. I didn't, guys. Ooh, you don't want to get. And then there's a couple ways you can get waking up to them dishes. It could just be a verbal attack, or it could be a physical
A
attack.
verbal attack.
It could be either one, man. You could be getting hit with a lead, a pipe, a metal pipe,
No, not no metal pipe.
something hard. You wash the dishes. But yeah, man,
Go
like
watch
get
this.
Jade on just because I'm telling you, explore inside the mind of somebody like an action taker. Jade is an
Hey,
action
hey,
taker.
hey, Cordero. Tony Black says, "Yo, what's your split on deals?" JB.
JB
Everybody
was
want 50. Everybody want 50% split. What's yours?
oh me all day long 90-10. You get that 10%, you can go on about your day and have a good day. Not just I'm just playing. I'm just playing. So wait, what did he ask though? He said, "What's my split?" Or
Yeah,
what
what's your split on deals? Joint venture.
on a
Everybody wants 50% split. What's yours?
JV stands for joint venture. My uncle caught me on that. He was just like, "I watched the video. You said JV. I didn't know what that was." And he, you know what I'm saying? He said, "You can't just be throwing out terms. We forget you don't know what you know. You don't know what you don't know, and sometimes you forget what you do know." JV stands for joint venture. So if we were to partner on a deal, you're saying if you bring a deal or a contract seller and I bring the buyer, that's 50-50. If you bring if I bring the seller under contract at a price that works and you bring a buyer, that's 50-50. You see what I'm saying? If you're talking about our program when you come work with us, it gets we got a little bit more um, complexity to it, to nuance, because our deal it isn't just to do JV deals with you, but it's also to get you in a position where you can do deals on your own. So that way, this is a program that's for all skill sets. It's for all skill sets if you're trying to really figure out how to make your PPL system work, right? And how to get to where, like, how can I get my PPL working? I'm cold calling or I'm trying this and I don't know how to get it to work. We can show you that, but maybe you already got the skill set to lock up your own deal and bring your own buyer to the table. You just need us to help you walk through it, right? Or something like that. So consider that. But just a straightforward joint venture, You do 50%, I do 50%. You do half the leg work, I do half the leg work. We split the we divide the spoils down the middle as well. That's how I would do it. But I'm
Yeah,
not.
no doubt, man.
I want to say this too, though. I want to add this because, for example, we talked to a guy who's really, really cold at the novations or just listing people property on the MLS. He said, I was like, listen, dude, I don't, I'm not doing at the time. I wasn't doing as many listing people's properties. I'm still not on his level, but from having like one conversation with him, we've listed several people's properties already, and it's just starting from here. But I was like, what if I just send them over to you? Any property that will probably be good for a listing or novation. What if I just send it over to you? And he explained, it's like, hey man, okay, if you bring me the lead, and even if it's already locked up, but you want to list it, and I got to list it, and I do all go through all my channels. I clean up the property. I put a little bit of money into the property. That's not an even 50-50 split. It's not. It's probably, he said more like 60-40 or even 70-30 his way. I was like, okay, I'd be cool with taking 30%. Because I'd rather have 30% of something than 100% of nothing. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So when we talk about JV, it's just like it depends. Traditionally, if it's just a simple down the middle, we split it down the middle. That's how I rock. Now I don't know how Byron rock, but that's how I rock. And but if it's clearly I'm bringing just a lead, and then you doing all the leg work and you doing everything, and like, and let's say I just brought, hey Byron, I got a lead, and I bring it to Byron. Byron locks him up, get him under contract, uses his contract. Um, then he brings a buyer. Let's say I even find like, hey Byron, I think this guy might be a good buyer, but I don't know. And then Byron calls all the buyers for me, and then he vets them out and picks the right one and negotiates the deal and talks the buyer up and talks the seller back down and uses his assignment contract and sends it over using all his systems and gets it locked up and finds the title company, sends it to the title company, all of that. And all I did was bring the seller, bring the lead, and offer some potential buyers. It's just like, how much is that worth? How much is that worth? Honestly, I'd consider that. How you do it, Byron?
dude, to be honest with you, man, it's like I really don't even be worried about no JVing. You know what I'm saying? It's like I really don't care. You know,
Yeah, I don't do a lot.
if yeah, I don't do a lot of JVing. With to just full disclosure, we're not here to JV with you. That's not why we're here. You know what I'm saying? If we're trying to help you get your first deal, we want you to get the deal. That's the goal, man. We trying to change people's lives. We trying to, you know, I see what it's done for me. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying? And the time that I'm able to get back, how I'm able to live my life. It's like, dude, it's bigger than like everybody. Like people get so caught up in like little stuff that don't matter. You know what I'm saying? It's like people get so caught up in stuff like, dude, I don't care about none of that. You know, if I can help somebody get their first deal, I'm gonna help them get their first deal. And what comes from it really almost doesn't even matter to me. You know what I'm saying? It's not that big of a deal. Doing deals is the most important thing. People get so caught up in all the other stuff. No, let's do the deal. You know what I'm saying? Let's get a deal done. Let's get you going. Let's get you building a wholesale business that can free up your time, that can let you live life on your own terms, live the life that you actually want to live, and not be stuck in the mess that you're in right now. And you still like people still concerned about, oh, what am I gonna get? What are you gonna get? It's like I tell people like, man, go to property leagues, put in this link, and you're gonna get 250 credit, and you're gonna be able to buy some leads. That could be a deal. You know what I'm saying? It's like, dude, uh, it's like, oh man, you're gonna get 250 too. Yeah, I'm gonna get 250, but I'm not the one that need the leads like you do. I'm doing deals. You not. Like me, you need to worry about you. It's like everybody always worried about what somebody else gonna get. It's like, dude, You need to focus on you. You need to
Yeah.
focus on you in your first deal. I already got my first deal. That was 4 years ago. God, sheesh,
Wow.
dude. My first that was 4 years ago,
That's older than your kid.
dude. Come on, man.
And look,
I'm
hold on.
trying to get you your first deal,
I
and
want to be clear.
go ahead.
Yeah, because I don't know what just because this is all definitely a good point. It's just like if you just asking me about JV, about a joint venture, that's one thing. If you're talking about this program where we're trying to help fast track and get people to their first deal, that's another thing. If he was just asking a generic question about like a JV, like that's what I'm saying, a traditional JV where it's like I bring like we almost did a JV with Caretha. We was almost about to
Yeah,
do a JV.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
You
yeah.
know what I'm saying? It's just like if I get a deal in Texas and I don't and that's not my market, but just for whatever reason I got a deal in Texas, I may go to Keithon and say, hey Keithon, you live in Texas, you know more about this place. Would you get it off? And then we would just do 50-50. That's just I'm just talking like if your question is just about JV. But if you're talking about just like us our intent if his question wasn't based like okay if we join the program then what it's like that's different. It's like man dude the goal is to change to change your whole life because it's about learning how to do it, getting a deal. You'll never nobody you can lose the money. You can do a deal for $100 million cash. You can get rid of all of that, but knowing how to do that nobody can take that from you. And so I just want to say that for sure, just like so you understand what I'm talking about. It's like just so we put a difference and make sure we're clear on what we're talking about. If you're asking about the full intention is to make sure we change, we can provide value to you because we can 100%.
Yeah,
So
because that's my biggest thing. It's like a lot of people get on here and they can talk to you till your freaking face turn purple. You know what I'm saying? They can sit down and say, "Hey, look, I'm gonna teach you this and teach you that and show you this and show you that." Dude, you can show me a million things. It's like, but getting me to that deal, especially your first deal, showing me how to fish, where I can keep doing it. You know what I'm saying? Showing me how to hunt, where it actually produces. Like not just saying, "Hey, this is how you hunt. Go out here and da da da." Da. Not go at it. No, dude. We actually go out here and make sure it produce. You know what I'm saying? And when you figure out how to produce, you figure out how to be productive, and you figure out how to make it happen. Like that's power right there, man. You know how to go out here and generate money. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody don't know how to do that. They don't know how to go out here. It's like, dude, money just ain't showing up at our door just because. You got to go out here and create the value and then watch that money come back. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
It just
and
don't come out of nowhere. So to learn how to do that is huge. You know what I'm saying? That's what we're talking about. Change your life, man. To change everything. That's what free up your time. That's why you don't have to be tied to, your boss, your 9 to 5, because you figured out how to go out here and create value that brings money back to you. You know what I'm saying?
yeah man, that's what it's all about. And that's what it and that's one thing too. It's just like I learned in the beginning I kind of had like mindset on doing a certain amount of deals or making a certain amount of money, and all of that was the wrong. It was about being good at what I do. It was about growing my skill set. Because with that, we can talk about, hey man, you figure out how to do this, and you will always be have money, blah, blah, but you will always be able to change people's life. You're not just when you do that. That's the thing about people who have money and make money, and because money is just a representation of value. Therefore, the value that you provide if we could really take our mind off the money that we made, how what looking back on how many sellers you've gotten out of a tough situation that otherwise they wouldn't have been able to get out of. And here's proof, evidence of knowing some sellers that we work with or that we tried to lock up, but then they end up going to somebody else and having to come crawling back to us. Or we see, and I'll call people that didn't work with me and they're like, I should have went with you in the first place, right? Because it just goes to show the better we get at our craft, the more we're able to offer them uh, value. So it's just like it's getting better at this job and being able to show up, be professional, and just provide good value to the sellers, to the buyers. This is more than just what do I get out of it? You know what I mean? What does Cordero get out of it? It's a whole lot more than that. So we can also share that with other people. They can put y'all in a position to do that. But we for sure we got somebody talking about something for sure. Somebody's talking about something for sure. Now it's Carika Montgomery. Now if y'all didn't know,
Dude, dude, I did not know Caretha was up in this thing, man. I was over here on my IG tab, man. And then they say, no, I see Caretha, man. Dude,
talking about
woo!
something.
Heavy hitting right here, man.
Yeah, yeah. Speaking of somebody who provide value, who does things. Now you close a deal. See, this is what, for example, I'm gonna give a prime example. We've talked about this before in the live. Caretha got a deal, and I think the deal initially came from like driving for dollars or calling a list or something like that. She got it from one of her normal marketing channels in a certain area. Once she got that deal, she then took some of the money or the proceeds from that deal to do a community outreach program. Bounce house balloons, I'm sure some burgers, you know what I'm saying? Some food, some water bottles, some sodas, all of that. Got two more deals off of that. And we're like, man, she got two more deals off of that and this and that. And maybe even more at this point. Who knows? But at the time, two more deals. But she also did a community outreach. Like she also let the kids come play. Like she changed, she had a ripple effect. That stuff is unmeasurable. We can look at the dollars and we can count the amount of deals that she did, but you can't really change the actual effect that you have on your own life and other people's life when you start to take action. When you put yourself in a position where you know how to do this, something other than clock in. And I'm not knocking people who need to clock in because sometimes that's what it is. And that is very valuable to society as well. But if you're watching this video and you say this is something you want to do, then embrace it. And the more we can help you get there, we would love to, because I want to see y'all to put community outreaches on and tell us about new marketing channels that you did to affect people and get to these sellers. I'm saying, like, consider it, man.
For real, for real. No doubt. So Jay says, oh shoot, look who done popped up. Dude, man, you get, man, heavy hit popping through, man. It's like, shoot. Dude, Caretha probably closed 100 grand a week, man. Y'all, hey,
Real talk.
hey, dude, real talk. Y'all don't even know it.
Yeah,
Y'all don't
actually.
even know it. Dude, y'all don't even know it. My people on IG over here talking, man. So they said, help me close a deal in SoCal. Is it for wholesale agents or actual real estate agents? They talking about ready to get your first deal. They talking about their first deal. Is it for wholesale agents or actual real estate agents? I guess there is wholesale agents in some places because they're forcing them to get
some sort
the
of
license, right?
Yeah, I guess so. That must be some California stuff, dude. And we can definitely help you get a deal in SoCal. You got to understand, a part of our process is the PPL, and it's centered around or based on being able to attain a certain amount of PPL leads. That's what comes with it, and we can guarantee you, California leads are going to cost you an actual arm and a leg. Now, I don't want you to misunderstand me. I'm not talking about a lot of money. I'm talking about your actual arm and your actual leg. You're going to have to cut it off and send it in to be able to afford some of those California leads. So, yeah, I mean, we could. They ain't gonna be no different. I'm willing to bet, dude, we could lock you up deals in Japan. If you meet these requirements, I'm all for it. But I think Byron speaks Japanese, or Byron's kids went to private school, so they speak Japanese. I think.
Man, stop, man. I was in school with Woody. We was in the same class, dude. We was in the same class. With my classmate. Yeah, that's my classmate. But yeah, man, somebody said time freedom, no doubt, man. Hey, dude, that's so underrated, man. The freedom of time, dude. The freedom of time, way underrated. So Jay's still up in this thing, man. Jay trying to say he finna go. He's still up in this
Jay,
thing. So dude, the Cali leads be like 600 a pop, dude. You know he be watching, man. Jay be watching, man. Why you looking at Cali leads anyways, man? You don't need to be going no California.
Jay say you got Cali buyers though. Jay got Cali buyers, yo, not Cali lead bread. Hey Jay, when you say you got a buyer, dude, sometimes, man, sometimes the buyers that Jay that be trying to be friends to Jay, they try to juice Jay. They be the guys that find new wholesalers and try to juice them. They try to juice Jade. I wasn't gonna let it happen. I had to hop on the phone, and they were literally frustrated. Jade, why'd you bring this guy? Dude was mad in the mud. He was pissed. He said, "Why? Next time you come, you need to be a little bit more prepared, Jade." I'm like, "What are you talking about? I just asked you some normal questions, but we'll get y'all to break down when we had Jade on the live." But Jade, dude, Jade is obsessed, and that is absolutely a good thing. But if the dishes are washed, I'm about to go. I need to go to sleep. Byron's holding me hostage, but 100%, y'all. I like being able to, because that's all it is. And I'm gonna be honest. I'm legitimately surprised at how fast Jaden got a lead. Like it just happened so quick. It's like we stuck to the course because we already have the machine. The concept, how to get the PPL lead, where to go to get your PPL leads, your pay per
What about
lead.
how fast Richard got the lead? How fast Richard got the deal?
Yeah, but Jay was the first one because now Jay it's gonna be it's
Yeah.
just Richard was the second, so it's even that much faster. And it was just like, come on now, and and but to we already had how to get the people where to go to get the PPL leads. We talk about it all the time on here. How to contact the PPL leads, how to set it up and call them immediately, what to say to the PPL leads, what to do, like how to get them on the we talk about everything that we did. We talk about it on these lives constantly. 3 weeks for Richard. I think it might have been like maybe 3 weeks for day. You know what I'm saying? So it just keeps getting better and better and better. And Richard got like 17,000 of it. I don't know how many Richard got at this point. We just got another one locked up for Richard.
Yeah.
So it's just like we already got them. So we say, hey, if you come and just do this, we got you.
Yeah, dude. And that's the thing, man. We ain't just trying to work with anybody. You know what I'm saying? We got to work with the right people. You know, we just ain't people that just deal with anybody like that, man. We don't put up with people like that. We don't deal with people like that. So you really got to be the right person. You know what I'm saying? In the right situation. And that's kind of stuff we're looking for, man, to try to help change some people's life who really out here trying to get it done. You know what I'm saying? You really out here trying to get it done. You just need some guidance, some direction to actually get that first deal off. That's kind of what it's kind of what we, want to deal with in that. So, but Jay says about the same amount of time as me, Rich, no doubt, man. So Rich says, but I'm driving up to the house. Hey, Rich will pop up in a minute, dude. Hey, Rich, like, man, I got a lead. He ain't pick up. I'm like, oh, okay. I'm finna pull up on the house. Like, oh, shoot. Hey, Rich will pull up in a minute, dude.
Tell
Say
you.
you the man, Jay, for real. Yeah, dude. But yeah, you got to be that obsessed, man. I think that speaks to the level of obsession, and that level of obsession is going to be needed. You know what I'm saying, to get deals. Like Cordero talking about Jay calling sellers a million times. It's that level of getting after it. You know what I'm saying, that produces. So on IG, someone says facts, knowledge is power, no doubt. PPL means pay per lead. I think that's
Pay.
another thing your uncle was probably talking about. It's like, what does PPL mean? We say PPL, but what does PPL mean? Pay
I tried
per
to throw
lead.
it in.
Um,
I tried to throw it in here just to let you guys know what pay per lead is. I didn't give the full breakdown. I gave it on a couple lives, but I'm just saying. PPL, just for those of you who don't know, it's actually a contract. It's talking about online inbound leads, people who go online and see an ad online and respond to those ads. Now, that's in contrast to PPC, which is pay per click. And that's if I put my own ad up, it's like an online billboard or an online bandit sign where you put out there or a commercial on YouTube or something like that. If I put my own commercial, I can pay for the clicks on YouTube or Google or Facebook or wherever. These are not just websites for entertainment. How they make their money is the ads. Marketing is a huge business. That's how
yeah,
Google makes its money is ad dollars. That's how Facebook makes its money. Not just because you on there and you left a comment on your homeboy post. It's because the ad dollars and they build a multi-billion dollar. And so I can put my own ads on there and I can pay. And it's a lot more affordable than the PPL leads because it's per click. So that means if I put an ad up, every time somebody clicks on it, that platform will charge me a certain amount of money per click. PPC, pay per click. But
yeah,
here's the thing when you do that, in
yeah. No
order
doubt,
to
man.
figure
No
out how
doubt.
to make it work, that is thousands of dollars. That's tens of thousands of dollars. Companies spend even hundreds of thousands of dollars to optimize EP, PPC campaign to make sure that you're not just because you can waste a lot of money doing that too. So what we
Yep.
do, we use companies who are already optimized, who have already spent the money to get the right eyes, the right clicks, the right people, and then they charge us every time they get a click. They'll send it out to us to purchase for a certain amount of money. That's how they make their bread. They're not trying to close deals. They want to sell the leads to us so we can do it. And it's a healthy operation. That's called a pay per lead, a PPL. All right, that's the contrast, the difference between PPC and PPL, and that's what we mean by PPL. And once you get enough of those PPL leads, it's an easy way to get into this space and get you your first deal if you know what you're doing and what you're looking for. You can go to these platforms, pay a couple $100 per lead, and you're in there. Out.
There, did you freeze up?
I'm froze up. I don't know. I don't know if I froze up or you
Uh,
froze up.
yeah, I think I hear you. You had just got a little choppy on my end, but shoot, yeah, man. I mean, dude, it's getting crazy. It's getting crazy automatic, and we kind of got getting this thing down to a science, man. And like I said, shoot, man, we want people that's listening to us to actually be out here doing deals, man. You know what I'm saying? So whatever you do, make sure you take action. That's the biggest thing, man. It's like I've been saying, the difference between people who doing deals, who ain't doing deals, just taking action, man. Go out here and start generating leads, however you know how to, cold calling, niche list, texting niche list, putting banner signs out, doing PPL, whatever you got to do to drive leads, whatever you got to do to find buyers, get that done, man. And do, I'm telling you, getting your first deal could change everything, you know. But shoot, man, we've been on this thing almost 50 minutes out this mug. And dude, we can finish before 10:45, so that's always a good thing. But shoot, man, we got to shout out to people who came through. Shout out to our guy Rich. Shout out to Jade that came through, man. Appreciate you for coming through. Not for everybody. Appreciate you for coming through. And Mark, my guy Mark, man, appreciate you for coming through. And no doubt the big time celebrity guest, Caritha,
Yeah,
came through, man. Appreciate you. I got Tony Black on IG, Mr. Elite 850 Financial coming through, man. Nita came through on IG, man. Shout out to Nita, man.
I you
Um,
don't know where Anita gonna come from. IG, YouTube, you never
yeah,
know.
yeah, she can come out anywhere, man. Facebook. So 254 Key. What up, man? Uh, shout out to Shout out to Key coming through on IG. And I think that's about it, man. I think that's about it. But shoot, man, we appreciate y'all coming through. Can they send you a house to buy? Can they send you a house to buy? Yeah, anybody can send me a house to buy, man. I'm always looking to buy in the state of Georgia. Anytime you want to get an offer, just go to openrizzy.com. Go to openrizzy.com. You'll see things pop up. Put your property in there. Hit submit. And within 48 hours, we'll give you an offer, let you know what we can do on your property if we're interested or not, right? So y'all hit me up, man. But dude, until tomorrow, man, we finna get out of this thing. So peace out.